Welcome, jesters. I've been busy. Today's controversy is the Schmepstein Schmiles. Not really sure what we're allowed to refer to, but I'm sure you all know what I am talking about. I also want to first start off by saying that I think the terms everybody's using, files and list, have kind of lost all their meaning. I don't think there is a list. We know they have files. We know there's files, but when people say files and lists, they just want information about everything that transpired at places here in Florida and the Caribbean and New York and, every other place where these two characters were operating. Now, here's the thing, though. The fact that there is no list shouldn't surprise anybody. It's entirely possible that there actually is no list, that there never was a list, that Jefe never actually had a list. Now, I have never run a global criminal organization, so I really wouldn't know about these things, and if I did, you wouldn't know about it, but I find it very plausible that there was no list. Given what we know about what was going on, it's probable that he and his conspirator, Ghislaine, just remembered everything. This was all probably very transactional, and there was no need to record, people's names or anything like that, because we're talking about very notable people. Right? We're not talking about some random schmo off the street that had to be assigned an account number because they don't know him from anybody else. We're talking about very notable people that Jefe and Ghislaine would remember no matter what. And in terms of what was owed for the services, I would imagine that everything was up front. Cash or favors up front. And if there was work done in exchange for a favor, you remember your favors. So there were no books. There's no books. There's no list. There's nothing. They just remembered it all, and that's it. There's nothing to find. There is no list to find. We may never know the actual client list because it died with him, and this other chick, she's just not talking. Maybe she did have a book that was easy to burn. That is it. I definitely can fully see that they never kept a list. Everything was just pay up front. You don't pay, you don't get to the island. That's pretty much how it worked. And if there was a favor involved, like I said, you remember your favors. So don't expect the list. Honestly, don't expect the list. As for how Team Trump is handling this might be a case genuinely where they were all blindsided by the scope of what was happening within Jefe's organization. Not just what was going on at the island. I think they know exactly what was going on there, and they might be able to charge a lot of people with what was happening down there, provided, given certain jurisdictions, of course. But here's the thing. I genuinely think that even Pam Bondi, even Kash Patel, even Donald Trump himself are surprised by how deep this goes. There's been rumors for a very long time that an agency of a certain ally has been involved. Okay, well, what if they are? Well, what if other agencies are involved? What if our own agencies are involved? What if agencies from other allies are also involved? That makes the situation way more complicated than I think anybody had ever even conceived. And this is something that maybe it was well enough hidden that Team Trump legitimately didn't know. And as they unravel this, the further down the rabbit hole they go, the more they find out and the more shocked they are. This really could be a case of, believe it or not, Team Trump being caught off guard by what they found. And they unintentionally painted themselves into a corner by saying they're going to release the list when they thought it was just a bunch of perverts. Yeah. That if they genuinely thought that, okay, fine, we'll expose the purse, we'll prosecute and send them to jail, and that's it. But if there are other people involved, other organizations involved, other nations involved, if there are people that are more important than anyone thought were involved, can they really do that? Or are they just stalling? Yes, they're stalling, trying to find a way to do something without causing a lot of collateral damage. I think that might very well be the case. I really think that they were caught off guard by what they found, and they still don't know what to do yet. I still trust them. I do. I still trust I still trust the president. I still trust Pam. I still trust Kash. I still trust everyone involved in this, that they will eventually do the right thing once they figure that out. I think people will be going to jail. It's just that I think they have to do this in a way that is a little more surgical than what everyone was hoping for. And of course, there's also the possibility that the president is using this information to get what he wants.